Hello. Welcome. This is Samir. I'm back here with one more Facebook Live. I'm going to continue to talk more about messenger bots. As you can see probably the text on the video, we are going to talk about how to send traffic to messenger bot with just a link. So let me so welcome again. This is Samir. I'm with Chatbot Marketing Center. I build messenger bots for businesses, and in the series of Facebook Lives, I'm teaching how to build messenger bots from scratch. Even if you don't know anything about Messenger, Facebook, that's completely okay. I am teaching you, and I'll continue to teach you how to build a messenger bot, even if you don't know any technical details, if you don't have any technical expertise, that's okay. So just a little bit of context. In previous videos, I have been talking about how to send people to Messenger app and help them start interacting with your messenger bot. And there are many different ways, and in each video we are trying to cover one specific way of doing that, one specific way of sending traffic, sending visitors to the Messenger app. So again, if you are joining live, type 1 in the comments, say hi, hello, ask me questions. I'll keep repeating, keep reminding you, ask me questions. Give me feedback. If you are joining replay, type 2 in the comment, say hello, and again, ask me questions, give me feedback. So I'm going to jump right into the screen sharing mode, because this is more of me trying to explain how something can be done, trying to explain how to build messenger bots. And I like it to be hands-on. I like to share the screen, show you the steps. So that's what I will continue to do. So I'm going to switch to the screen sharing mode. Okay, so this is the ManyChat interface. This is the tool we have been using, and we'll continue to use that. What we are going over in past many recent videos is something called growth tools within ManyChat. So if you hook up ManyChat, if you log into ManyChat, on the left hand side you'll see the navigation, and in the navigation you go to growth tools. When you click on the growth tools, it'll show you the list of tools that you have already built in the past. These are the ones that I have built in the past. I have showed you here in the training videos, and what we are going to do is, not the settings, but I'm clicking on the new growth tool button on the top right corner. So when you click on that blue button, it shows you all different possible types of growth tools you can use. Growth tool is nothing else but a mechanism that helps you grow your subscriber base for the messenger bot. So it increases the number of subscribers, and the only way you can increase the number of subscribers is by having more people coming to your site, more visitors coming to your bot, more visitors coming and interacting with your bot. So we looked at the overlay widgets in the past. We looked at the embeddable widgets, which are the overlay widgets are dynamic widgets. They change depending on the parameter settings. The embeddable widgets are static widgets. They are fixed elements on a page. If anything is not making sense, you are catching me up on replay, type in your question and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Because I've been doing this for over a period of time, and I teach only half an hour at a time. I do a lot of repetition because I know not many people are yet watching this. My hope is that if I continue to do this in the future, it'll spread to more people. I haven't done a good job of tagging my videos yet, putting in the hashtags and labeling them properly. Hopefully I'll catch up there and start doing that. But yes, there will be some assumptions I'll be making, some terms that I'll be using that might be new if you're just catching up on the replay. If you're just watching this replay for the first time, there might be new terms. So if that's the case, ask me questions. So we covered all the widgets, we covered landing page. Today we are going to cover the Messenger Ref URL. It's a very powerful mechanism. It's very versatile. You can use it in variety of situations. So we'll go through that. So I just selected the type of growth tool I want to build, and I'm going to name it. The first thing I do is name it. You want to give a more meaningful name. For sake of this training, I'm just giving them generic names. For you want to think of what's a very relevant name that you can remember, recall, and go back if you need to in the future. So I'm going to say ref URL. Okay, so as you can see, in other growth tools, we used to see 4 steps. We would typically see initial state, submitted state, opt-in actions, and setup. There are 4 phases of building a widget type of a growth tool. Widget is nothing else but a tool, a button or a box that you put on your website mainly. And when we are talking about button or a box, which is a website element, right? The button sits on a page of your website, on a landing page. Then we have to think about how it looks initially, how it looks after you click the button, and things like that. Now this growth tool, as the name suggests, it's a URL, it's a link. Now you can argue that even link can be shown differently depending on its state. Like if the link has not been clicked, this you might have seen in general. Links tend to be blue in general, right? It doesn't have to be. When you are surfing pages, when you're looking at emails, posts, you see links that are with underline and blue color. And once you click on the link, it might change its color, right? So even with links, you actually should be able to, in theory, design how it looks before clicking and how it looks after clicking. But that's not what ManyChat provides. We don't have that ability. We cannot design the color of the link and all of that. So the initial state and the submitted state, those things those stages or those steps are not there in this growth tool. Only opt-in actions and setup, those are the only 2 steps that we have. Opt-in actions has 2 segments: opt-in message and add subscriber to sequence. Opt-in message is the first message that they see once they land on the messenger and once they click the get started button. Remember, any growth tool except for the Facebook ads, which we haven't covered yet, whenever people click on that button, so far we have seen buttons, right? All those widgets that we covered, they are essentially buttons. So we have seen mostly buttons, and now today we are going to see a growth tool that is a link. So either link or a button. When you click on the button or the link, you land on the Messenger app, and the first thing you see is the get started button at the bottom of the Messenger app. If that's your first time interacting with that messenger, with that specific Facebook page's messenger. Remember, the messenger here is tied with a Facebook page. Before I started logging into ManyChat, I built a Facebook page called TestBot, and that's my anchor, that's my reference for building my bot, because bot is tied with a page. And the bot sits in the messenger, which is also tied to a page. you will have your business page on Facebook, and that business page will have a messenger app attached to that business page, right? Unlike the personal messenger, this will be a business page messenger, means you log into the messenger as a business page. So the bot will be kind of, for visitors, the bot would appear as if the business page or the business page owner has logged in and is interacting. That's what I'm trying to say. Hopefully that makes sense. If my long-winded explanation did not make sense, then ask me questions. So first they see the Get Started button, and once they click the Get Started button, then they see your opt-in message. And that's the message you can define and design here. You can come up with what kind of message you want. It's not just a message. You can have a full conversational sequence with back-to-back messages, back-to-back possible conversation between a visitor and the bot. So that you can design here. You can, the tool, ManyChat, will give you a default message. That's what I see here. It says, "Welcome Samir, thank you for subscribing. The next post is coming soon. Stay tuned. P.S. If you ever want to unsubscribe, just type stop." That's a default message. You can use that. You can stay with that. My suggestion is that you change the message depending upon the context. What I mean is, we will be creating a link, right? We'll be creating the link, that is the ref URL, which is link is same as URL, and we will be sending that URL will either be placing that URL on a web page, we might send it in an email, we might post that URL or link in a Facebook post or in a blog post or in a comment, right? So there are several different ways of kind of disseminating or spreading this URL. But again, whenever you send this URL with the aim of, trying to get people to click and start talking with your messenger bot, you have to give them a reason. So there will be a specific context in which the link will be sent. The reason I'm talking about all of this is the first message that you come up with, the opt-in message, it has to talk in context of what was the reason people came here. What was the reason the visitor is landing here, right? So this message has to welcome them. It has to have a welcoming component, right? So the first sentence, "Welcome Samir," you can use that. Then it needs to set the expectations that, this is the bot. Default message is not talking about that, but I recommend that in your opt-in message, you set the expectation, you clarify what it is. You tell them that I am the bot. This is the bot. This is not a human being. So you welcome them, you tell them that this is whatever page's bot. You might even name your bot. It might be a good idea to name your bot, give it a personality. And that's something we'll talk more as I try to teach, as I continue to teach more about the messenger bots. Your bot has to have a personality. It could be the owner's persona, or it could be its own personality, but it needs to have a personality. You don't want to make it a kind of a boring bot. The more you can give personality, more likely you will have engagement. So anyways, welcome people, talk about, make sure this is a bot, and then you want to kind of talk about the context, why they are here. You want to continue that conversation. I will repeat it. I have repeated so many times, and I'll continue to repeat. The visitor is on a journey. The prospect who has landed here is likely to be on a journey and is expecting something. You might have given them a reason to click on the link. You might have said that, hey, if you click on the link, I will offer you a free guide, a free information, something for free, and the visitor is looking for that, right? So you talk about that. So anyways, that's enough for the opt-in message. You can edit that if you click this edit. So if I click edit, it says you have unsaved changes. It'll be lost. Are you sure? So no, I don't want to lose my unsaved changes. So I'm gonna go ahead and save. And so I saved. Now I can edit. So I'll just make a couple of changes like I mentioned, right? So welcome first name, that I'll keep. First name is the attribute. The platform, the ManyChat, has access to Facebook public attributes of the visitor, and you can get the list here. If you right below on the bottom right corner of this box, you will see emoji of a person. If you click on that, you will see the list of public information, public attributes that are available. Your first name, last name, full name, page name, because the bot is always tied to a Facebook page and not a personal profile. Sorry, no, that's not relevant. This information is the visitor information. That's not the bot information. So I take it back. This is the visitors, because the visitor is logged into the Facebook platform. Remember, like when people are landing on your messenger, starting to interact with your messenger, they can only do that if they are logged into the Facebook ecosystem or Facebook platform. And when people are logged into Facebook platform, there are certain attributes about them that are publicly visible. That's this list. So we have first name, last name, full name. We have page name, because you can also log into Facebook as a page, right? You can log in as a person through personal profile, or you can log in as a page also. So if that happens to be the case, then we have the page name available here. And then the page ID and user ID, which you will not be directly using, but we will be using user ID or the page ID in the future for other reasons. And we'll go over that in details later. But anyways, these are the things available to you publicly, so you can use them. At least for now, like with all the Facebook data issues, things might change, and you might have, I don't know, like name is, it's hard to imagine, but who knows, things might change. If that's the case, if you don't have the name available, then you can't use it, right? It's not, I mean, there are more, that means there are more limitations, but you're not able to customize more. The thing is, if you have access to the name, then you can personalize the messages. So if you have access, then use that information to personalize. Now the bot can say welcome Samir, right? That is more personal to me. But if the bot doesn't have access to my personal information, then bot will just say welcome, right? So it is less personal, but still you can still send messages. So then I am going to remove this thank you for subscribing thing. What I will say is welcome first name. This is, I'm going to say this is whatever the page name is, pages bot. That's what I'm going to say. And my page name is testbot. So I'm going to say this is testbots bot, which is not the most kind of fancy name in the world, but that's what we are stuck with for now. Thanks for stopping by, right? So that's what I'm going to say. I'll keep the PS for now. You do want to talk about how they can unsubscribe during the first interaction. During the first interaction, which could last only for the single message, or it could last for multiple messages. If your first interaction, if the first bot human interaction is just bot sending this message, then mention about unsubscribing in that message, which is what is happening right now in this message. But if in the first interaction the bot is going to continue and like interact back and forth with the human few times, like 2 or 3 messages, then make sure you cover the unsubscription instructions within those 2 or 3 message passing that's happening. If it's not clear, that's fine. Just kind of keep in mind that as soon as you can, you want to let them know that how they can unsubscribe. And then as I go along, I will be showing more examples to make it clear. So I did that, and now I'm going to publish. So anytime you make changes to your message, make sure you publish. The publish button is the top right corner. Hopefully you can see that. The other thing I'm trying to find out is I'm not sure how visible my cursor is. If I can magnify the cursor, then that would be probably more helpful, but I haven't figured out a way to do that yet. So that's something I'm looking for. So if anyone knows how to do that, please type in the comment and let me know. So I just published, I saved the text. When you are editing messages, the saving is automatic. It'll automatically save, which is both good and bad, right? Like you don't have to worry about saving, but sometimes if you accidentally ended up deleting the large block of messages, then you are in trouble. So let me try to show you that for a moment. Let's say this is what I did. I was just messing around and I deleted, right? So now it automatically saved, you see here. So what you can try to do is get your cursor over the text box, right click. Okay, so I was hoping it to work, but apparently it looks like it will not work. It's not working. I was hoping that perhaps you can do the right click and undo, but it looks like I cannot. Let me see if I can go. Okay, hang on. So I have the cursor right here within the text. Apparently the box is not responding to the right click. Oh, I see, there's something else going on. It's there is some problem and the ManyChat has become unresponsive. Oh, now there you go. So I was too late. I was too fast in claiming that the right click doesn't work, but it did work. It's just for some reason it's very slow and it had become unresponsive. And it looks like it still is unresponsive, and so I went to the browser's navigation bar, Chrome, and I tried undoing from there. Okay, so it seems like I'm running into some problem where the page is unresponsive. It's asking me either you want to exit or wait. I'm going to try to wait one more time and see if I can. Okay, there you go. So it's just slow, it's responding. I just selected undo. I did the right click undo, and the page is still not responding for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on. It's okay, so I'm going to give it a couple more seconds, and then I will I'll try to publish. So as much as I can, I would not like to exit the page, and the reason is that, and this is something I have touched upon previously. So because of all the changes happening at Facebook, all the data breach issues and things like that, Facebook is currently not allowing to make new bot connections. So that means you cannot publish new bot. If you want to publish, you have to wait. They did come back like yesterday, and they said that it'll be still few more weeks. Hopefully we won't have to wait forever. My hope is that it's in few weeks it'll be back. But what it means is if you already have an existing bot, try not to disconnect. Although my understanding is that it's okay, because it's by default the tool like ManyChat will not disconnect the connection, the API connection, and you don't have to worry about the technical jargon. The tool will try to protect you from getting disconnected. Now if I exit the page, the way it works is in normal scenario, when you exit a page, it might disconnect your Facebook connection, right? It doesn't necessarily have to, but it might. That's the only reason I'm kind of dilly-dallying and not wanting to exit the page. But I'm also trying to show you something. But I think that might be helpful, what I'm describing. That's why I am just kind of not going and like directly exiting the page. What I can try to do is, let me try to open a new ManyChat window. I will see if I can open a new connection, and once the new connection is working, then I can kill the page that has become unresponsive. Okay, so of course it's showing you my separate page, not the one that we are working on. So I'm switching over to the page that I am. So I am trying to switch to the testbot page. In the meantime, coming back to this page and seeing if the page is responding. Nope, this page is not going to respond. So let's see. Okay. So I was able to open a new connection, new page, and it seems like it's working fine. So I'm going to go and delete the unresponsive page. I mean, exit out of the unresponsive page, not delete it. So here is where we left off. So I'm going to go back. I just clicked on the growth tool that I was working on. So here's one more thing. You will see this orange buttons. And if you hover on that, it will tell you unpublished changes in content, click to edit. Whenever you see orange button like this, here I'm highlighting, that means you have unpublished content. That means you edited something and you did not publish. So I think that can be very helpful. You want to go there. So I clicked edit, and right here. Now, of course, this is a new page that I opened, so I lost the changes that I was trying to show, right? Like I was trying to show that sometimes if you accidentally delete a big block, then how to recover. So I'll continue. This is testbots bot. Thanks for checking me out. PS, if anytime you want to stop receiving messages, just type stop below. Okay, so let me see. Let me try to show you the undo one more time. Maybe it's the undo that's causing the problem, but I don't know. Okay, so I just selected, it's deleted, it's saved now automatically. There you go. If I try to do undo, it is not showing me the undo option. Let me try to do it from here. Yeah, apparently this is not a good idea, because I'm not able to at least make the undo work. So be careful now, right? Like if you end up deleting the big block, you might have to retype, it looks like. And offline, I'll go and do some more testing to see whether if I can figure out a way to make the undo work, but it looks like the autosave is great, but if you make accidents, then be prepared that you might have to type everything again. If anytime you want to, earlier I said if anytime you want to stop receiving message, I'm going to say if anytime you want to unsubscribe. Hang on, why just type stop below. Going to put stop in the quotes. So there you go. And I'm going to publish. I changed. Now what I want to do is now I'm going to go back to the growth tool itself. So we change that. We go next. always have to click next twice. So here is the Messenger ref URL. Here is the URL. This URL, when you click, you'll be taken to the Messenger, and the Messenger app will fire and the bot will start the interaction. Now I am already a subscriber to TestBot, so I will not see the get started message. I will be directly taken to the TestBot's Messenger. As you can see here, it's saying, now I don't know whether, okay, 2:30, yeah. So this is based on the timestamp. I can see that it's showing me the current opt-in message that I came up with. You remember just this message. So that's what it gave me. That's what I expected. And there is your ref URL in action. Now, I did not cover a couple of things. I did not cover the custom ref parameter. That is something we will cover in the future. There's a bit advanced topic for this URL. So I hope that was helpful. I'm at the 30-minute mark, so I'm going to sign off. This is Samir with Chatbot Marketing Center. I teach you how to build messenger bots, how to build marketing messenger bots in this series of Facebook Lives. If you're joining me in replay, type 2, say hello in the comments, ask me your questions. I will see you tomorrow, and you have a wonderful rest of the day. Goodbye.